Hi, this is Elaine Coyne from Elaine Coyne Galleries. As you know, we're based in Atlanta, Georgia. We've gotten some wonderful new concepts that we're doing. As the economy has improved, we've decided to reintroduce some of our lost wax cast pieces, which tend to run higher than some of the other motif-driven items that we do in patinas. So the first group here is called Ancestors. Now, we've done Ancestors before. This is with genuine turquoise rondelle, so it's very pretty. It has extra little beads to coordinate with that same ribbon wrapping, and that's done in verdigris patina. Probably runs about $115 cost. Now, I realize turquoise tends to be kind of pricey. The next group is our terrain group, and there's a terrain pendant piece with graduated rondelle crispicola stones. And this is done very well at we introduced it at the January show, and I think it's probably maybe a bit underpriced. That usually helps on our sales. This one is $82.50, so that's really a great piece for that price. You're talking about lost wax cast for selling, probably retailing at about $160, $170, so that's fantastic. The coordinated cuff in the 1-inch variety is currently about $115. There's also a 2-inch one that I think will probably be on the web in the verdigris patina lost wax cast, and that one's probably going to run closer to like $160. Now, realize when we do lost wax cast, you can only fit 4 of these in a flask. The 2-inch you can only fit 2, so obviously, it's going to be priced considerably higher, but still in a rational price area. The coordinated earring, as you notice, has done extremely well, and that's probably more like in the $40 price range, maybe $45. Most of our lost wax cast runs around $45, unless you get into very elaborate stones. So that entire line has done exceptional at all the January shows, and we'll be again featuring it in Dallas. Who has not seen this group at all yet? And of course, turquoise and turquoise color is very important in that market. Well, actually, turquoise sells all over the country, let's be honest about it. Then we have one of the pieces that Sheridan designed. This piece is called Moors. It's based on Moorish art, and it's done with, I think this would be grade A 6 or 7 millimeter turquoise. They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful, coordinated earring. And I think this is probably rationally priced too, $92.50. And for that amount of turquoise and that quality turquoise, that's an excellent price point. Then we move on to one of our classic pieces, which is our rose petal. Actually, I think this is our rose leaf, actually. It's a leaf. And it's done with amethyst on the, wrapped onto the leaf, done in brass with the verdigris patina, one-of-a-kind verdigris patina. And then we did graduated fluorite stones. Now, this is going to be a limited edition. I think we're only going to have about maybe a dozen pieces. And this one runs $92. Well, I don't know, we'll have to see. We might be able to get that price down to about $82, but I'll just check our website to be absolutely sure. Every once in a while, we can do a little bit better than what we have it originally priced at. I do a lot of negotiations with people in China, and that helps tremendously. Okay, and then we move on to one of our famous pieces. We originally did this for the High Museum. This was the tulips, and we did this for, I think it was their grand opening. They seem to have lost interest in that particular item at this point, but we still love it, so we're continuing to show it. And this was done totally differently. In the past, I think we did it for them in cornelian, and we're now doing it in a graduated amethyst, which makes it a totally different, exciting piece. And it's sculptural. It's just really beautiful. It runs, well, you have amethyst, so it's $125. The coordinated earring on both these items I just showed will be shown on the website when you go to order it. Now, one of the things that we're doing that we kind of pulled back on for the last maybe 3 years because the economy's been kind of tight has been our cast sterling. Now, we always did exceptionally well with our cast sterling, and this is the beginning of one of those pieces. And we'll be reintroducing that, and I just thought I'd give you a little taste of it. This is done with light amazonite, one-of-a-kind slabs, and it's just really gorgeous. It's wrapped with sterling, and it's sterling cast beads. There is going to be one coordinated earring done cast, and then we're doing a hand-forged one with oxidation that you'll absolutely love. And this is probably the priciest piece. This probably runs about $190. The earrings in sterling are probably going to run at least $90, but they're going to be absolutely breathtaking. They might be a little higher. And then one of the things we did exceptionally well at the last show were our cups, our wide cups. Now, granted, they probably are a bit underpriced from what they will be once we start going into them full force, because this is from when we were casting them ourselves. Now we have to, we're so busy, we just don't have time to cast them anymore. There's a basic terrain piece, and this is your 2-inch cuff. Then we have from the American Beauty series another 2-inch cuff. Then we do the American Beauty in the 1-inch, and as I explained earlier, Sheridan swing around to this other cuff. This is the terrain cuff, and this also will come, as I mentioned, in the 2-inch variety. And most of our 1-inch cuffs run about $115 to $125 cost, which is really a great price for that much lost wax cast. And the wider cuffs are really going to be more like $150, $160. Unless we're going to have a Mojave cuff that'll be coming up within the next month or so, and that's probably going to run more because it's based on Mojave art. I actually did that piece years ago, but it's time to reintroduce it, and it'll have about probably 4 or 5 or 6, I can't remember exactly how many, semi-precious stones. So that is an exceptional piece, but we'll be reintroducing it shortly. In the meantime, these have done sensational. I wanted to make sure that everybody saw them because they've been ordered quite heavily at the last show. And don't forget to come and see us. We're going back to Dallas in June. We'll be in Atlanta, of course, in July. We never miss Atlanta. We'll be in the booth and a half in July, and we're still in the middle of, I don't have a definite booth yet in New York, but we're working hard to make sure that we get something that everybody's happy with, including everyone that's been demanding to see us again in New York. So thanks for this opportunity to show you one of the new things that we're doing in 2014. And I look forward to seeing you at all the upcoming shows, and make sure to visit us at www.ecg.com. And thanks again for listening to me.